Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Mike Adler, and I'm the Chief Technology and Chief Product Officer for Enable. I want to welcome you to our Q1 quarterly release Roundup video. Our work on Insight is guided by how IT environments are evolving. Today's systems are more distributed, operating systems are more diverse, and the expectations placed on IT teams continue to rise. Our priority has been to make the platform more consistent, more predictable, and easier to work with as environments grow. That focus shows up clearly in what we delivered in Q1 and what is coming in Q2. In Q1, we introduced Script Hub into public preview. This gives teams a single place to create, manage, and run scripts across Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Scripts are stored centrally and can be executed directly from the asset view with results available in context. For teams, this reduces the amount of time spent moving between tools and tracking down execution details. It also makes it easier to apply the same approach across different operating systems, which is increasingly important in mixed environments. In Q2, Script Hub will expand with bulk execution, scheduling, shared libraries, and AI-assisted script creation. These additions build on the same foundation and are intended to support more repeatable operational workflows over time. We also expanded support for Microsoft Entra ID as an identity provider for Enable Login. This allows user access to align with existing identity workflows, including automated provisioning and deprovisioning. For many organizations, this simplifies access management and reduces the need for manual updates as teams change. At the asset level, we added BitLocker visibility directly into the asset view. Encryption status is now immediately visible alongside other device information. This supports compliance checks and faster decision-making during incident response. We also completed FIPS 140-3 compliance for take control, which supports organizations operating under stricter security and regulatory requirements. Several Q1 updates focused on improving day-to-day visibility. Asset data can now be refreshed without reloading the entire page. Reboot required status is visible directly in the assets view. This helps teams distinguish between systems that are fully updated and those that are waiting on a restart. Shutdown and reboot tracking was expanded to clearly differentiate planned activity from unexpected results, which helps shorten investigation time when issues occur. Performance monitoring thresholds were also adjusted to reduce unnecessary alerts while preserving meaningful system signals. In Q2, the assets experience continues to evolve with additional data panels, software inventory visibility, dynamic updates, and quicker access to common actions. In Q2, we will begin introducing Enzo, our AI-assisted embedded directly into Insight. Enzo is designed to work with the data already present in your environment. It can help answer operational questions about asset health, performance risks, and system readiness using existing signals. In addition, MCP servers will enable Enzo to move from insight and guidance into workflow-level activity by executing actions directly. The result is faster, more consistent execution of operational workflows with less manual effort. Patch management continues to be a core focus. In Q2, Mac OS patching is planned for public preview, extending the modern patch engine beyond Linux into a broader multi-OS model. Teams will be able to track patch status, identify failures, and prioritize remediation using vulnerability context. Scheduling and execution controls will allow patching to align more closely with operational constraints. Additional enhancements to the patch engine will bring automated patch policies, more flexible scheduling, and retry logic with patch windows. Together, these changes are aimed at improving patch completion rates and reducing the effort required to keep systems current. In Q2, we'll also continue to advance our vulnerability management components. The first big enhancement will be a scan-on-demand requirement. This will let technicians manually trigger a vulnerability scan for a specific asset so that they can immediately see updated vulnerability results, especially after remediation actions like patching or software removal. This provides faster feedback, reduces waiting on scheduled scans, and helps validate that risk has actually been reduced. We'll also be introducing a direct integration between vulnerability management and patch management for third-party applications, which will enable remediation of vulnerabilities directly through patching. We'll also introduce an uninstall action. The uninstall action allows technicians to remediate vulnerabilities by removing the vulnerable application entirely when a patch is unavailable. Maybe the patch isn't applicable, or the application itself is no longer needed. This action leverages N-Central's built-in software management capabilities, giving teams an alternative remediation path beyond just patching. Across Q1 and Q2, the direction is consistent. Fewer manual steps, more consistent workflows, better visibility into the state of systems. Insight is continuing to evolve alongside the needs of modern IT organizations with a focus on stability, clarity, and practical execution. Thank you for your continued engagement and for the feedback that continues to shape where we invest next.